We now continue with an aria, and the words are this: He was despised and rejected, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. Jesus was despised and rejected by some, certainly. The chief priests, the scribes, the Pharisees, the elders, those who were threatened by him. But I think it's more than that. Here's a scripture verse from John chapter 6. And I think that there were many people who were very enthusiastic about Jesus when he was out doing miracles and healing people. This was exciting, and thousands of people would gather to see him. But when it came down to actually receiving him and following him, people started to dissipate in a hurry. Here's a verse. It says, "From this time many of his disciples turned back and no longer followed him." He was rejected. The music for this aria, I think, sounds very lonely. I think Jesus was kind of a solitary and perhaps lonely figure. I don't think he had anybody that he could really confide in other than his own Father in prayer. He had disciples, and some of whom were mostly faithful to him, but they weren't the sorts of people that he could confide in. Listen to this. It says, "Now, while he was in Jerusalem at the Passover feast, many people saw the miraculous signs he was doing and believed in his name. But Jesus would not entrust himself to them, for he knew all men. He did not need man's testimony about man, for he knew what was in a man." I think part of the sorrow of his life may have been just the loneliness of being here. He was accustomed to close fellowship with his Father, and now he could still have that through prayer, but it probably wasn't the same. Let's listen to this.